Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka are single-handedly saving Black History Month. The highly anticipated women's round of 16 matches didn't disappoint whatsoever, all three matchups with Grand Slam champs going the distance. First, starting with the most hyped match, Osaka-Muguruza, Garbine made the first big mark after a trade of breaks, taking the first set 6-4. Both women were playing high-level tennis, but it was Muguruza who was slightly stronger and more opportunistic. She broke Naomi in the first game of the second set and went up 6-4, 2-1, 30-love. However, after some costly unforced errors, the Japanese woman broke back and she regained the momentum. Naomi started gaining better court positioning too, hitting more shots inside the baseline. Osaka's service placement was also a difference maker, as in the opening set she went more wide, but in the second set she went a lot up the tee. Naomi had the first opportunity at breaking in the decider, but Muguruza stepped it up once again and regained that aggressive court positioning. She broke Naomi in the fifth game and maintained that advantage until 5-3, where she had 2 match points on Naomi's serve. Being the clutch player she is, Osaka saved 2 match points with an ace and penetrating shot, then hit a forehand winner and another ace to close out the game, forcing Garbine to serve it out. Ultimately though, she couldn't, as Naomi, when being 2 points away from defeat in that 5-4 game, played 2 incredible points to get back on serve. Once she consolidated, that was the final nail in the coffin, as Muguruza dropped serve to love to hand Naomi the victory. This match was really incredible. I felt like I was watching a Grand Slam final, and once again, it's truly criminal that these two have had to play in the round of 16, as it's worthy of a Grand Slam, semifinal, and final. But that's just the luck of the draw. With Naomi saving those 2 match points, I truly 100% feel that she's going to be that next big champion. She just has such a strong mentality. I first noticed it at the 2018 US Open, being so clutch in the semifinal and final stage against Keys and Serena, and then of course in the Australian Open, and then last year's US Open. She just clutched on every single level, and the way she was so nonchalant about saving those match points and then having kind of that low-key victory, just holding her fist up to her team, was just very telling. And she has that real champion mentality. And it's funny because she revealed that she was intimidated by Muguruza because she had been playing so well, but it didn't look like it. Like, she doesn't look like what she is feeling. It is just really incredible how she's able to set aside her emotions and set aside those fears and just play tennis and go about her business. She definitely, I feel, is the most clutch player at the moment. She hasn't lost a 3-setter in a Grand Slam since the beginning of 2018, winning 13 Grand Slam 3-setters in a row. Another great stat is that each time she's made it past the 4th round in a major, she's ended up taking the title, so we'll see if she does the same thing here. Up next, she faces a familiar foe, Sue Shea, who continues her great run in Melbourne, taking out Vondrousova 4-2. When she found out that she'd be playing Shea, Naomi took a really deep sigh of disappointment and said that she wasn't looking forward to it. This is because each time that they've played on hard court, it went the distance. Shea very nearly beat Osaka 2 years ago here in Melbourne, but got her revenge later that year in Miami. I'm really excited for this one, and although Naomi will be the heavy favorite here, I'm sure Shea will have a few more tricks up her sleeve to make the world number 3 uncomfortable. Now, talking about the next match between Serena and Sabalenka, just 1 break separated the two in the first set, Serena managing to do so in the final game to win it 6-4. The second, however, saw many more exchanges of breaks, Sabalenka first breaking to go up 3-love. Serena broke back and had many chances to consolidate, but ultimately could not. She also had opportunities to break Sabalenka once more, but the Belarusian prevailed and took the second set 6-2. Serena drastically improved her first serve percentage, getting easier holds in the decider. She did break Sabalenka early on and went up 4-1, but the 7th seed won 3 consecutive games of her own to level it at 4 apiece. Williams didn't let this deter her at all, coming back stronger and only dropping 2 more points en route to a 6-4, 2-6, 6-4 victory. This was the first match between these two women, and it didn't disappoint at all. It was an excellent display of power, big ball striking, and big serving. Aryna definitely proved herself a force to be reckoned with, and it's only a matter of time before she gets that major breakthrough. Rankings-wise, this was Serena's biggest win since the 2019 US Open semifinals, not beating a top 10 player since then. In my previous video, I said that this was going to be her Konta-esque match from 2017, but now I feel that it's going to be her Muguruza kind of match from 6 years ago at the 2015 Australian Open, where she played that really tough opponent and came through in 3 sets. So we'll see how it plays out for the rest of the tournament. It was also nice to see Big Sister Venus and the crowd supporting Serena, especially after her heartbreaking exit from the tournament. Serena nearly suffered the same fate, taking a tumble in the second set. Luckily for those, she had her ankles taped and made sure to fall to take the pressure off. Also, I had watched Aryna play quite a few matches, but I'd never heard her scream that loud before, and it was quite surprising. Danielle Collins, a notorious screamer herself, dialed it down when she played Serena last week in the tune-up event, out of respect for her presumably. Sabalenka did nothing of the sort and actually increased her intensity in this match. Serena was relatively calm throughout this though, because normally she'd shoot her opponent a couple of side-eye glances, but clearly she's at a more calm headspace, which is good. It's also interesting that Aryna didn't receive a cold violation after smashing her racket after losing the first set. It's very peculiar, I'll leave it at that. Focusing back on Serena, I think she moved and defended exceptionally well here, and of course her fighting spirit carried her over the hump. However, that first serve percentage has to rise moving forward, and she also needs to tighten up on her forehand before her next match against Simona Halep. Speaking of Halep, she did get her revenge over Iga Swiatek, beating the Pole 3-6, 6-1, 6-4. This was another good match, and unlike at the French Open, Swiatek was unable to really overpower Simona. Halep, while being more aggressive tonight, was very frugal with her errors, only committing 7 unforced in the final 2 sets combined. In my last video, I made a late change to my pick and had Halep winning this match because of that match with Tomljanovic coming back from nearly losing, and then her being keen on getting revenge over Iga. When speaking about the match and her adjustments, the Romanian said, "I thought before the match that I have to be a little bit more aggressive than in Paris. In Paris, I was very far back and my ball didn't go through the court, so I thought that it's a better chance to go and hit. But then I saw that I do some mistakes. I don't like to do easy mistakes, and then I just stepped back a little bit. I did a step back and I wanted to just open the court more to have more time and to roll the ball better, so I did that, and that's why I could win." All in all, these women exceeded my expectations, and by the end of 2021, I wouldn't be surprised if all of these matches made it to my end of the year list. Moving to the men's side, Felix Auger-Aliassime was unable to join Naomi and Serena, falling to Russian qualifier Aslan Karatsev in 5 sets. Felix dominated the opening 2 sets, only dropping 4 games. Karatsev, after taking a bathroom break following the second set, started to hang in there and maintain good scoreboard pressure. It appeared as the nerves got to Felix, as this would have been his first major quarterfinal appearance. Aslan took full advantage and won the match 3-6, 1-6, 6-3, 6-3, 6-4. His story is truly unbelievable, reaching the quarters in his Grand Slam main draw debut at 27 years old, while being ranked 114th in the world. I feel for Felix because he had this match on his racket, but his serve started faltering and so did the rest of his game. Up next for Karatsev is Grigor Dimitrov, who crushed Dominic Thiem 6-4, 6-4, 6-love. It's clear that health and fitness played a major role in this one-sided outcome, as Thiem was just coming off that long 5-set battle with Kyrgios, while Grigor only played 38 minutes after Carreño Busta retired early in the second set in their third round encounter. Still, giving full credit to Grigor, he played very well, battling through some early deficits and ultimately outlasting the Austrian. Alexander Zverev also won his match today in straight sets, beating Dusan Lajovic 6-4, 7-6, 6-3. In the quarters, he'll meet Novak Djokovic, who overcame the abdominal injury, and Milos Raonic, winning 7-6, 4-6, 6-1, 6-4. If you were unaware, Novak suffered an abdominal strain during his third round match with Taylor Fritz. He of course overcame that encounter, but was doubtful about playing Raonic as he didn't train yesterday at all. Although not at 100%, Djokovic did what he needed to do and came through, but talked about today's strifes.
I did come into the match knowing that I'll probably feel pain all the way through, which was the case. But the level of the pain was bearable, so I could actually play. And it was kind of going on and off a little bit during the match. Certain stages of the match it was more, certain stages less. I somehow managed to find a way and win, and that's what matters the most. And now I got another 40 hours or something like that till the next match, which is great about Grand Slams. You get that day and a half in between to really rest. So most likely I won't be training tomorrow, just again going back to recovery routine and hoping that things will get better. I mean, it's kind of a gamble. I mean, that's what medical team told me. I mean, you can't. It's really unpredictable. You can't know what's going to happen with you once you're on the court. I mean, you're not going to save yourself or.
I think that Novak will be fine, but Zverev could present a greater challenge, and this match could worsen that injury even more. Focusing on the positives though, Novak makes even more history as becoming the second man after Federer to win 300 Grand Slam matches. Congratulations to Novak for that incredible achievement. That's all for my thoughts on the Day 7 action, and let me know what you think about Naomi and Serena's close victories, Thiem and Aliassim's disappointing exits, and Djokovic in the comment section below. Also, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post my next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Grand Slam Tennis News Today.